Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the movers today. I'm Alex Steele with Paul Sweeney. We're joined by Bloomberg's Christine Aquino. Let's kick it off with Salesforce. There is a merger Tuesday/Monday.
Absolutely, Alex. Salesforce, that is quite a big deal. It's about an $8 billion acquisition of Informatica. And this follows a failed attempt barely a year ago. So both companies revisiting that deal table there. And, you know, it does add to more than $800 billion of North American deals so far in 2025. That is more than a 23% increase from a year ago. So looking at this deal specifically, our Bloomberg Intelligence analysts do say that Informatica's slower growth of around 4% is negative versus Salesforce's stronger 8 to 9% growth. But the deal value does adequately reflect this risk, and it does show that Salesforce is willing to allocate more resources to data management, given its recent success in the data cloud sector.
And the valuation is lower this time around. It was $10 billion when they first tried to do this deal a year or so ago. Now it's $8 billion, so a little bit of a markdown there. JP Morgan representing the buyer, and Goldman Sachs representing the seller.
He always likes that. He likes to see who's making all the money. So let's go more into Southwest Airlines. The news there, of course, is that second bag, right? You're going to have to start paying to check your bag.
That's right. And, you know, based on the share move today, investors love that. It's up currently more than 3.5% from the open. It's quite interesting, though, because, again, this is definitely not happy news for consumers, especially because the summer travel season just about to get underway. We hate paying for bags collectively. And interestingly, just last week, the Southwest Airlines CFO was warning of ongoing softness in travel demand. So maybe this is a move to compensate for that slowness. Key question is whether consumers would be willing to absorb that cost, but based on that consumer confidence number, maybe they will be.
Yeah, I fly out of Newark, so I'm captive to United. I've only flown Southwest maybe like 2 or 3 times my entire life. It's different experience, and I know people who fly it love it.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
Yeah,
it's not my thing.
People are at very high loyalty.
I know, but then
what happens now?
But if you take this away, exactly. How's that going to go? All right, Broadcom. Let's wrap this one up.
Broadcom up 2.6% at the moment. We do have that company reporting results next week. And so we have a lot of kind of just pre-earnings optimism there. We have Bloomberg Intelligence's Robert Schiffman noting that its revenue diversity and cash flow does boost its relative value appeal versus its peers in the sector. It's probably, you know, relatively cheap compared with NVIDIA and the likes. Bloomberg Intelligence also touting strong relative total debt and equity returns. And so, yeah, we await what comes of that Broadcom report. And with that, actually, we wrap up most of the big tech names reporting. NVIDIA, of course, reporting ahead of that later this week.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.